Makkar and I am from Makkar IELTS. In some countries, the lifestyle of people is changing rapidly and this affects family relationships. Do the advantages of this trend outweigh the disadvantages? This essay was seen recently on the 19th October 2019 in the academic IELTS writing test in India. Uh, this is a sort of opinion essay in which they're asking you whether you think that the advantages of this trend outweigh the disadvantages. So the question itself is saying that this is a trend and there are advantages of this and disadvantages of this, but they are just asking you whether you think the disadvantages are more or the advantages are more. So in such an essay, in such a type of opinion essay, you have to put in both the sides, whatever your opinion is. So if you say that disadvantages are more, you'll make 2 paragraphs on disadvantages and 1 on advantages. If you say that the advantages are more, then you make 2 paragraphs on advantages and 1 on the disadvantages. It is irrefutable that in recent years, people's lifestyles have changed a lot, and this has influenced familial relationships in many ways. Although the changing lifestyles have brought families close in some ways, I still believe that the disadvantages of this trend outweigh the advantages. So here I have stated very clearly that the disadvantages of this trend are more than the advantages. Now I'll write 2 paragraphs on disadvantages and 1 on advantages, and I may begin with the paragraph on the advantages. The main advantage of changing lifestyles, especially people preferring to spend time indoors than outdoors, is that it increases the time people spend with each other. For example, instead of playing sports outside today, people stay inside and watch TV with each other together at home. When people sit together, they talk more, and thus it strengthens the bond between family members. Despite the increased time spent with each other, I feel the disadvantages of these changing lifestyles are much more. Firstly, the boundaries between professional life and personal life have disappeared. People are always working, even when they are on vacations, they are working. Thus, though people spend more time with each other, it is not quality time, as they are focused on their work rather than on their family members. The growing addiction for internet also has the same effect. Family members might be sitting together at home, but they are mentally not present. They are engaged in talking with their friends. Furthermore, the increasing preference for living alone is making people much more isolated. The lack of social connection with family members is leading to an increase in feelings of depression and loneliness. The connection through phones and internet can never match the feeling of security and calm that physical presence of a family member brings. Thus, because of these reasons, I feel that changing lifestyles have harmed family relationships. In conclusion, while there has been some increase in the time family members spend together due to changing lifestyle, overall the effect has been largely detrimental. The plan followed is that in the intro I have said that the disadvantages are more. In para 1 I have given the advantages, and in para 2 and 3 I have given the disadvantages. And the conclusion I have just reiterated what I said earlier in the introduction. So this essay has been written by Indrup Singh Makkar, who is running his independent center in Fagwada, and he is a co-author in these essays and in fact all the books that we have come across of IELTS. Thank you very much for watching patiently.